Breaking news coming in after EU, Japan and Canada, the United Arab Emirates has now signed the joint statement expressing deep concern about the escalating conflict, adding that it has impacted all parts of the world, especially the most vulnerable. They called on Iran to immediately cease all attempts to block the Strait to commercial shipping, to comply with UN Security Council Resolution 2817, and the leaders expressed readiness to contribute to appropriate efforts to ensure safe passage through the Strait, and welcome the commitment of nations who are engaging in preparatory planning. And with the ongoing West Asia war intensifying further, U.S. Central Command Chief Admiral Brad Cooper revealed that American forces have struck more than 8,000 targets inside Iran since the conflict started on the 28th of February, part of Operation Epic Fury aimed at dismantling Iran's military, missile, naval and nuclear capabilities. Cooper noted that the frequency of Iranian missile and drone attacks on Israel, U.S. bases and regional allies has continued to decrease markedly, attributing this to sustained U.S.-Israeli degradation of Iran's launch infrastructure and command networks as well. Ambassador Fabian, it's one thing, to remind the Iranians of international law, but there is also perhaps, an opinion coming from geopolitical experts and diplomats such as yourself that how about reminding the Americans too of international law?
Thank you. Americans should be reminded. And what is interesting is that, let's look at the big picture. In an asymmetric war, the weaker party is not destined to lose. Example, Vietnam, 1955 to 1975. At one point, there were 500,000 Americans fighting there. Then what happened? 30th of April, 1975, the American ambassador was evacuated from the balcony of the embassy in a helicopter. Tell me, has America won any big war after 1945? The Korean War was an armistice. The 38th parallel, again, slightly adjusted to the advantage of North Korea. So America has not won any big war after 1945. Of course, it is possible, it's easy to abduct the president of Venezuela and his spouse. It is also easy to get, kill some of the Latin Americans, including Allende of Chile. All that they can do, but they have not won any really big war. So this also they are going to lose. And the only way out for Trump is to declare victory, which I still believe he is going to do. Now, the general mentioned about ground action, about blockade and taking action in the Strait of Hormuz. Well, I believe it's unlikely to happen, because if America does it, apart from the body bags and other things that the general mentioned, the price of oil will be probably $200. And I don't think President Trump can politically survive that even for 24 hours. And another thing is, you mentioned about the statement issued by Japan, Canada, and one more country. Well, let us see what happened actually. The Japanese Prime Minister was at the White House. President Trump asked for Japanese Navy to help out. Then what happened? She didn't say anything. She said something, without committing anything. Then what happened? The Iranian ambassador spoke to his Japanese counterpart and said, listen, there is no problem with your ships. In fact, the statement that Iran is blockading the Strait of Hormuz is not factually correct. What Iran has said is that first they said they were going to blockade and they blockaded it. Then second stage they said, no, friendly countries like China, India, no problem. Only America and Israel and their allies. Now they are saying it is blockaded only against America and Israel. So very technically, it is not blockaded.
You're right.
I don't expect, Trump can be very foolish, but I don't expect him to be that foolish by sending the ground troops.